You want to just start in with the work with Kingsbarns, working with Major Dude this morning?
Yeah, both of them went very well. I thought it was a good, steady work with a strong gallop out. It looked like both horses did it well in hand and were getting over the surface well.
And talk about Kingsbarns, and I mean 3 for 3, already won at a mile 3/16. Looks like he has some
a lot in a short period of time. I thought his debut was very professional. It's hard to win going a mile first time out, and he not only did that, but he did it while getting a little education. Was behind horses, in between horses, kind of had to push his way through at the top of the stretch. So, for his first start, I thought that was impressive. And then we went the Tampa route to try to get a 2-turn allowance race into him, which worked out well. And then he made a big step forward in the Louisiana Derby.
Forte's kind of, like the number one draft pick that's sort of kept going. But with Tapit Trice and Kingsbarn, how does their progression now compare to maybe the early the expectations that you had of those two?
Well, yeah, it's kind of an interesting course of getting here with all three of those. Forte was one of the first 2-year-olds that came in last March, and caught on to everything very quickly. Was precocious, came out running at Belmont and Saratoga, and then finished off the year winning the Breeders' Cup. And Tapit Trice made his debut in the fall, and we felt like he was a talented colt that wanted more distance. So we're not surprised. He showed talent from the beginning. He was just a little later getting started. And same with Kingsbarns. He had a very fast work in the 2-year-old training cell, and got a little bit of a break after that. And once he came in, everything went according to plan, but just got a little later start.
Is there a plan B for Major Dude yet?
The American turf. Yeah. So if he were to get into the Kentucky Derby, that's our first plan. But we'll fall back on the American turf if it does not get in.
I guess I'll be that one to ask you today about a jockey for Kingsbarns.
We haven't firmed anything up yet, but it's getting close to that time.
I'm sorry if this was already asked while I was talking to Flo. Can you just talk a little bit about the scheduling of the works, with kind of one of your big prep winners working today and the others waiting till tomorrow?
Yeah, we've been watching the forecast very closely the last few days, and depending on when you looked at it, it looked like we could start getting some rain early Friday morning. So I kind of decided, I'm going to go ahead and get these 2 works in, and then that way if things change overnight and we have to go real early tomorrow morning, we'd be able to do that, and it's easier to do that with just 2 of them instead of all of them. So kind of splitting hairs. It's one of those things as trainers we worry about 24 hours, and probably doesn't make a big difference at the end of the day.